Good morning, all. Suburban Sentinel here, coming to you once again from very deep inside the Arabian Peninsula. I've been meaning to make this video for quite a while. I just haven't had the time. So I'd figure I'd do it in ride-along format while I'm doing my morning rounds of volunteer work. I apologize for the shaky camera. I have no real modern equipment, no real camera, no tripods, no mounts. It's just some guy with a phone he barely knows how to use. Anyway, this video is about why, in my opinion, I believe that YouTube is a very poor business model for those of us in the libertarian, survival, firearms community. I know there's been a lot of angst and controversy about demonetization and all that razzmatazz, so this is very late to the party, but I'm doing the best I can with what I've got. So anyway, again, I apologize for the unprofessional camera shakiness and all this other stuff. Take your Dramamine. Full disclosure, again, this is about demonetization and that whole business. Full disclosure is, I think my channel is monetized. I'm not exactly sure. Every month I think I get a little bit of money. It is an inconsequential amount of money. I do not run my channel as a business. The only reason I'm monetized is because someone somewhere told me that Google puts up ads on YouTube whether you're monetized or not. So if Google were going to keep all the money instead of giving a little bit to me, they can give it to me and I will use it 100% for charitable purposes. I'm going to have to cut this into several clips because we got a bunch of stops to make, but bear with me. And don't be surprised if something crazy happens here, because we are in the Middle East in a war zone. And just crazy shit happens here all the time. It's just one of those things. I've kind of gotten used to it. Anyway, I will be back. Okay, first stop. My little war refugees. How you guys doing? How you guys doing? 1, 2, 3. Very good. Thank God. The universe is protecting you. Hi, guys. Anyway, continuing with my full disclosure. Again, I'm, I guess, technically monetized, but this is not a business for me, and I don't have a patronage account or any of that stuff. I do not take donations. That's not what I'm about. They compensate me quite well for putting up with all the crap I do and suffer through out here. So that is more than enough for me. So why do I do YouTube? Well, it's a community service kind of thing. I forget the exact wording. I'm paraphrasing. There's an old Greek proverb. It is a mark of a wise and generous man, for he who plants trees, under whose shade he shall never rest. So that's why we do this. Not this with the cats. We just like doing this. So again, YouTube, in my opinion, is not a good business model. And God bless the guys who have turned it into a business, but I think it's rather risky. And these guys are really ready to eat, so I'm going to cut this off for a minute again. Okay, back on the road. The first reason I believe that YouTube is a poor business model for those of us who are more conservatively oriented is that YouTube, Google, and whatever that alphabet company is that owns the whole shebang is run by a bunch of Silicon Valley libtards. And I am certain that they do not think like the majority of us do in this community. They like big government, they like big business, they don't like freedom unless it's their own. They're all about being at the top of the pyramid. And we are just, to them, useful idiots that can make them some money. And if we do not fit into their little scheme, they will drop us in a New York minute. So no matter what, you would be beholden, or you are beholden if you're a big channel, to these computer nerds out in California. And that is not an enviable position to be in if this is your primary source of income. Oh, I gotta do this crazy intersection. I'm gonna cut this off again, sorry. Okay, stop number 2. And reason number 2, I don't believe YouTube is a viable business model for conservative libertarian types like us. Bear with me here, I'm trying to multitask. I know, hi kitten. Is that most of the guys and gals who do YouTube videos at least start as a hobby or something fun to do. Maybe it's community service type oriented type effort, but as they start to make a little money, maybe it's a viable business and it starts to take off and grow. But ultimately, and I think there are many exceptions to this, but most people, in order to stay successful and grow their channels further, become infomercials or shills for corporate or other business interests. And the quality of their content, and I'm not saying my quality is great or anything, just my observations and opinion, is that the quality of their content declines rapidly. We're gonna put some meat on you. Skinny ass over here, here's a new one. As their channels grow and become more financially successful. I really need 2 hands to do this. So again, sorry, I'm going to cut this off and we'll go on to reason number 3 at stop number 3. Okay, stop number 3. Just as an aside, a few weeks ago we came across this young mother cat. This one here. What do we name you? I think Goldie. Anyway, this young mother cat was struggling to feed herself and her 5 kittens, the ones you see right there. So we decided to offer her the protection and hospitality of the local American population, and for now they have taken over my office conference room. So they're doing pretty well. I guess they're about 5 or 6 weeks old now. Eating like crazy. Cat food is not easy to find out here. Anyway, I digress. The third reason that I believe that YouTube is not a good business model for most YouTubers, the conservative-minded YouTubers, is that YouTube's business model in and of itself is flawed. And again, this is just my opinion. YouTube's business model is, to me, fraudulent. The whole business model is based on advertising. Google or YouTube or the parent company or whomever selling, what's that called? Electronic ad space or internet ads on YouTube. And from everything I've read, it is a business model that simply does not work. And YouTube has been gaming the numbers. They've been telling advertisers how successful the internet advertising has been, and is. However, several investigative journalists and business analyst types have looked into it, and they've essentially found out that 90% of it is bullshit. Now, why internet advertising doesn't work, I really don't know. I'm on the opposite end of that. I don't know why advertising anywhere works. I can't think of one thing I've ever bought because it's been advertised. Because let's face it, advertising is a snow job. But if the business model for Google and YouTube doesn't work, it certainly wouldn't work for the individual creators or video makers. So, in sum, I'm freaking tired. It's really hot out there. Not too long after sunrise, and it's well over 100 degrees, and I'm shot. Even though this is a day off, I need a day off for my day off. So I don't believe that YouTube is a viable business model. So for those of you who are considering making videos as a full-time occupation, at least in the libertarian survival firearms community, be very careful. This is the Suburban Sentinel, along with the 6 little monsters who are well fed, saying thanks for watching. Please thumbs up, subscribe, share if you like what you see. Questions, enlightening comments, and differing opinions are always welcome. Aren't you cute? Aren't you cute, little kind of blackish one? Just as a second aside, talk about crazy things that happen here. It wasn't this black cat. It was an all black cat from last year, I think. I still see occasionally. That black cat would follow me around, of course, because I had the food dispenser. And I was actually accused of a crime. Someone actually went to the police and accused me of the crime of witchcraft because a black cat was following me around. You just cannot make this stuff up in this day and age. Feed a black cat, you must be a warlock. Whatever. Anyway, Suburban Sentinel, I'm out. Be safe back there, everybody.